Good morning, supervisors. Whoa. CAO, County Council. Yashi basically just described AHA's model and working with everyone and doing basically the same thing. There's a lot that could be said. My concern today, probably more than anything else, is the formation that the declaration of a shelter crisis is essential, and yes, declare a shelter crisis, and then develop an affordable housing trust fund that makes shelter for all homeless people the highest priority, and state up front in the formation of the trust that it's intended to first and immediately address the unmet needs of those who are without legal safe places to be, those who fall into that huge gap that Connie Beck and Sally Hewitt described to you a few weeks ago, and that everyone else has mentioned also. 2/3 of the homeless people that are out there, there's nothing that they can obtain for housing or services. There's nothing. So we can talk about bricks and mortar, and we can say in there that the criteria or the priority for the criteria is bricks and mortar. But until we're willing to create some innovative, creative alternatives and write that into the proposal, because I've been doing a lot of reading on housing trust funds, and that's the place to put it. You put it up front. You write it into the document. And as well, the duties that you want that committee to do, you write it into the document. This one is very weak. It says review, maintain, be familiar with, provide a forum. Those things are not actionable items. There needs to be stuff in there that says you will apply for and you will do some actionable things. And so what I'm saying to you is this isn't going to get us very far down the road, and I say that very sincerely. I want to work with you. You said you wanted to work with us. We want to work together, but let's do that without 3 minutes of talking to each other like this. It doesn't work. And so what we really need to do, I will ask you, rather than make a decision today on what you have in this proposal, is put it off until it can be actually developed and flushed out into something that's actually going to address the highest need we have in our community, which is the unmet need, that huge gap. Because once we start doing that, and that's not to say brick and mortar isn't important. It is. It's very important, and we need it all down the road. We need to put people into places. But if we don't do something to address the immediate needs, which are the things that are costing us money, you've heard every professional, many professionals come here and everybody talk about the gap and the problem with services and people dying and everything else. That is not going to change. That is going to continue, and we're going to continue to exacerbate our problem until we put that up as the priority for the Community Housing Trust Fund, because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to meet the unmet needs of the community. I've done a lot of research on it. So can we please try to do that? We're all willing to work with you and work hard. We just have to do this in a way that we can make something happen that will actually work.
Thank you.